I got a song stuck in my head. Tell me what you know about me. WEBBIE. Say. And I think that song stuck in my head because I want to know. Tell me what you know about me. GINAJENELL. Like, I be, okay. This is part of me trying to grow up because I be having beef about the weirdest things. Like, I get so offended by the weirdest things. That should technically be a compliment. They're definitely compliments. But I be out here thinking I'm a thug and stuff. And, to a thug, I don't want to be sound like Saul. Like, I'll have conversations and I'm so open. So if you trigger a memory that I had in relation to that topic, then you'll get the story. But, like, it's hard for me to kind of, like, go back on some of the stories of things that I've had done in my life because I be trying to put that shit to bed. Like, I don't want to relive that. It'd be so crazy and embarrassing. But I'm really, as my life goes on and I trigger these core memories, trifling core memories, like, I'll share them. So, tell me what you know about me. WEBB. That song hit. I don't care. I'm listening to that song right after I'm done telling y'all this story. So let's talk about, like, nothing I do in my life is practical, apparently. I'm out here, just be out here. I'm realizing some of the things I did in my life wasn't technically normal. Now, I was told recently I was toxic or I was petty, or my grandmother actually told me that I was, what she called me? She told me I was a tease. But she would know because I definitely got her genes. So I'll tell you about this first time I lost my virginity. Why I start talking like I don't know. But I'll tell you about the first time I lost my virginity, which was not practical. It definitely wasn't. I had a little Jezebel spirit on me at one point in my life. That's what my friend was saying, that Jezebel spirit. I don't know. I was a teenager, and growing up as a teenager, a female teenager, and you usually butt head with your mom because you get to smelling yourself or you get to feeling these type of ways, and everything's dramatic. Like, now being a parent and looking in, drama, just drama. I work drama. So sometimes me. Well, she wasn't just me. She was sick of this shit. I can understand that. But I called myself having a little boyfriend. And the problem with this was that it was because my mom was so strict, she didn't allow me to have boyfriends. And can I say that if she had allowed me, that things would be different? Honestly, in my heart of hearts, I feel like this would have played out so totally different had my mom not been so. But she was like that based on her behaviors as a kid when she was younger. Instead of taking the lesson, she took the consequences with her and rode with that and only see that. She didn't see that there was a lesson in that. So now, being the oldest daughter, she on my ass. So I had this boyfriend, and he was like, thinking back, like, I don't know, it was definitely because I just wanted to have a boyfriend, and probably that self-love stuff, like just doing stupid shit, because nothing about this guy said, girl. I've done that a lot in my life. Like, they always say I'm polished. Like, I'm not polished. I'm really a thug. Don't do that to me. So that's kind of the things I be getting offended by. Like, you don't look like the type. I don't look like the type what? I done been everywhere and there. I done lived a life. Don't come at me like that. Give me my scar. Get my war wounds looking. But I had this boyfriend, and wait till you hear the end of the story. I had this boyfriend. Thinking back, my mom used to say, if a person's family don't mess with them, you gotta know there's a problem. Dude's dad did not mess with him. Like, dude's dad was actually, I don't know, he was going through some stuff now. Because, damn, your dad be out here playing stepdaddy to a dude around the corner that's supposed to be your friend. It was weird. It was, child, that's deep. It was weird. But his dad was like playing stepdad to the guy that lived across the street. But him and this same guy were like friends or whatever. So he would leave on the other block. He would leave. This was weird. This neighborhood was set up weird. He would leave his him, the boy that I was messing with, because ain't no dates. We didn't date. We seen each other. My mom left and I sneak him in or something, or I sneak out type shit. But him and his older brother lived in the house, and his dad would like just drop off groceries and keep going. But we will always see the dad's car across the street in the parking, like in the driveway. And I'm like, he there all night. So like, I'm not stupid. I'm 15. I'm not dumb. Like, low key, my mom she seen stuff. She kept telling me, like, don't mess with that little boy. He ain't no, like, he's trouble. If his dad don't mess with him, that's enough that you need. That's all you need to hear. And I'm like, but Mom, I love him. Girl, you don't love yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, you don't even, girl, you have not a clue in the world. I had not a clue in the world, child. So, oh, that was crazy. So, I can't even think, you know, teenage years feel like forever. And for real, I don't think it was like, but damn, I think we lasted right into the summertime. It was from the spring, but it felt like forever. But moving on. So we had attempted to take my virginity twice. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness, I'm really exposed myself. The first time I'm like, this can't be it. This just can't be it. Like, there's no way this can be it. This hurts. Like, there's no way. And, like, this don't feel good. This feels horrible. He just between there thinking he getting something. I'm like, no, because I'm pushing back. That's probably a little FYI. I mean, too much. I mean, TMI. But it didn't work. But we were determined. Like, because he was a virgin, too. How I looked up on that, I don't know. Girl. Anyway. But he was a virgin, too. And we were determined. Why were we so determined? Why was I so hot in the ass? Why was I so determined to lose my virginity? It made no sense. You know what? Shout out to Vita. Shout out to Vita because, ooh, I was a good bad kid at the same time. This was so trifling. This was so trifling. Because why? Why was I hot in the ass? Like, why did I want to lose my virginity so bad? Like, why did I want... Why? Anyway, so summertime comes and I'm in this scholarship program, full ride scholarship for engineering and mathematics. I was not stupid. Again, was a good child academically, but I think I rebelled because my mom was just so strict. Like, she was so strict on me. So strict. But so we had to go there every day. We had to go to the college campus where we would get the scholarship. We had to go there every day for like 4 weeks, like school from 8 to 5. And the buses, to get on the bus for it, they didn't do like bus routing. They provided us public transportation or the buses, but we had to like get to these schools, like the schools in our neighborhood, and the bus would just come pick up all the kids that lived in that area, blase, blase, blase. So his house was on the way to said bus stop. He's not the student that I'm he don't care. He ain't got this stuff going on. He probably supposed to be at summer school, truth be told, because anyway, let me finish this story. But I decided to take a detour to his house. So I skipped. What I thought it was going to be when I skipped, I don't know, because it wasn't a lot of students either. So it was pretty close. And of course, if the student don't come, like I didn't put that part in there. If you don't go every day without a real good excuse, like I was in a hospital, I was definitely sick, you will forfeit your scholarship. It takes 4 years to even build up to this scholarship. So you owe these people 16 weeks of your life over a span of 4 years, and I'm out skipping, about to get up this scholarship for some ping that didn't even feel good. Like, didn't even feel good. It didn't feel good at all. Because we went ahead, I lost my virginity, terrible. But you know what, my dumb self, now I'm stuck here until like 4 o'clock. I can't leave and go back home until it's like the time, because it's going to be like, whole time. Did I have a cell phone in? Whole time. Let me go ahead and put y'all on campus of what happened when little Miss Ma'am did not come to things. So naturally, the coordinator calls my mom. My mom's like, what the hell do you mean my daughter didn't make it to camp, or we'll just call it camp, didn't make it to camp today when I watched her leave this house? So what does any parent do? They panic. So they're calling the police and stuff, because at this point they don't know that I'm in here trying to be hot in the ass and lose my virginity. Meanwhile, they out here thinking I got kidnapped. They didn't call my grandma. They didn't call my cousin. My cousin is in the program with me. My actual cousin is in the program with me. So, of course, she would know anything. Like, yeah, it's really odd that my cousin didn't show up. Like, we're like sisters. So, I didn't think this through. I was so smart, I was dumb. Oh, gosh, I was so smart, I was dumb. How the hell you in line for a scholarship for a science and engineering school and making the grades that you made, and you just stupid like this? What was the plan? What was the plan? Like, I want to know. Go back to my 15-year-old self and be like, sis, how was you gonna pull this one off? Like, did you think they didn't call? If you know the rules. This is year 3 for you. This is like your second to last year. What was the plan? So eventually, late in the afternoon, because I'm just at this boy's house, there's no like food, like, oh, so many red flags. Even after that fact, I should have never, like, I don't know. The house was just trap house. It wasn't a trap house. It was just like no love in this house whatsoever. And I come from where my mom like decorating the house to the hill. Like, I'm coming from different sides of the track tripping. And my stepdad is in my life like a father. I have my mother. She's a stay-at-home mom. Like, sis was wild. I was doing some stupid. She held on too tight, y'all. I'm gonna just say that for my 15-year-old self. She held on too tight. So, man, finally the police come knocking at the door. So like, we like, cause okay, family, like people had came over, like people that I knew, like was coming knocking at the door. So like, we didn't answer because now we know shit didn't hit the fan once. Like, who was that who came to the door? I think it was either my mom or my aunt came to his door, because again, we lived like a block from each other. So she came to his door and we didn't answer because we like, oh shit. So then the police come like 2 hours later. The police come to the door. So we had to answer. We answer. I at this point shook. Take me to jail at this point. Y'all might as well just take me to jail, because what waits at home? And it's like, how did I get all the way to that point and not realizing, sis, you sound crazy. Like, I was doing some crazy, stupid shit. Because what was the plan? I really want to know for my 15-year-old self, like, what was the plan? So, reluctantly coming out the house, like, this is the biggest, like, this got to be the worst walk of shame ever. I'm being escorted back to my house after popping my coochie hole. Like, now what could have just been a secret thing, because naturally, like, any little girl wants that to be, like, they trying to broadcast it all over the school. But what could have just been a secret in just a situation, just now has turned into, like, everybody knows I lost my virginity. But I'm going to fast forward. No one realized I lost my virginity. Even after all this, you know, I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 19, and people looked at me like I was crazy. I didn't even think you would have sex. So, like, some of my stuff was embarrassing in public, but it wasn't embarrassing in public. That's fast back and forth. So, it ain't the end of the week either. So, like, I got to show up the next day. So now my mom's begging the coordinator to keep me in the program. Like, well, how did that even present? How did that even come to presentation that this girl skipped the program? Why did she skip the program? What happened? She was having sex. She was being nasty. And I'm 15, no less. Like, what was my plan? Like, what was my plan? Willing to risk it all for some pain that didn't even feel good at all, for a boy who has no future. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I know he has no future. He's literally had no future. That my mom tried to tell me, because I just knew I lived to her, because she was so, I don't know. I really, y'all, I hope this don't come back to bite me in my eyes. But So I'm doing a walk of shame. I'm actually in the back of the police car to go around the corner to my house. And my mom finds out that that's where I was at. And, of course, I have to come clean that I did lose my virginity because did you lose your virginity? Yeah, at this point, because it's terrible. So let me tell you how worse it got. My mom, when my friends would call the house, Sasha, I done told y'all my real name. Gina cannot talk right now because she was out here having sex. She will pick up, and I will hear it. I'm sitting, my room is at the top of the steps. So I'm hearing this every time my friends call. Sasha can't talk right now because she having sex. Sasha can't talk right now because she having sex. Those of you who don't know, side report, Sasha's my old life name for all that. But she can't talk right now because she was having sex. Like, you're telling everybody this. So yeah, I really risked it all for some pain that didn't mean a thing. Just stupid. We just do some stupid stuff as kids. I don't know. Am I the only one? Please don't tell me I'm the only one. Like, drop y'all walk of shame, like y'all worst experiences, like your virginity stories. And I don't care if they're like older, whatever. The loss of virginity stories usually are like weird. Like I don't know. Damn, am I just not around a good bunch of people? Like, did anybody have like a romantic one, like a real big thing? And I don't want to hear if you married and you finally did the do after being 30. Like, yeah, naturally you got the funds. I don't think it's that special. It's special. Your purity is special. But yeah, I was just, so what am I gonna do when my kids do the same? Cause my mom I'm not gonna do that. My mom, I ain't about to be out here telling everybody that my kid was out here and she just dramatic, just crying. Yo, baby. And you know, I was the only one, like, she really did this, like, too. I'm really thinking back on my other siblings' experiences and stuff, and they ain't get all this. Like, why she treat me like that? Like, you had to be exposed to me like that. Like, I knew I did. Like, I went kind of dramatic with the way I went about it. But dang, like, you didn't want to just not tell everybody that called the house but me. But she was right. She was right. You know, some moms be knowing. They be knowing. Hey, we end up getting grown years later, and he's in jail for unaliving some man just randomly. Random acts of violence and unalive somebody. So he's serving out a life sentence. We were like 20, 21 when that happened. She knew. Thinking back now, girl, why? Girl, why? Ooh, he was just, and he just didn't have nobody to help him, like, in life. Nobody to just, again, his daddy, like, basically abandoned him. Like, so it's really a sad story, full circle, because he didn't have anybody there to guide him. His dad just kind of, like, gave up. I guess, like, once he got out of the relationship with dude's mom, like, it was he didn't care that much, but he would be sitting there playing stepdad to a kid who now he's dating his mom. Like, that's pretty messed up. That's that whole the father sometimes only love the kid in the capacity of how he loves the mom, and that's messed up. Because essentially, I know this might sound cliche, but I definitely say he was just like hurting. Dude was hurting, so he was hurting. That is no excuse to unalive nobody, sir. No excuse. But some of the behaviors prior to, he didn't have a fighting chance. He had a fighting chance, he just didn't know how to make the right choice to go fight. He kind of just laid down and let life just take over. You know, that's a different story for a different day, different topic, because things I believe in. But that's the way I lost my virginity. It was publicized. Ooh, ghetto. Bye.